Once upon a time, in 1836, there was a young Swedish man named Lars Olsen Smith who lived in a beautiful small town called Aarhus and who once had a dream. He wanted to create the most exceptional vodka in all the kingdom. He had the perfect formula, but lacked the perfect design, until one day, wandering through the town, a bottle caught his eye. His heart was filled with happiness and pride. He finally found the perfect bottle for success, found in the most unlikely of places, an antique store. By the age of 26, he was distributing 75% of all vodka sold in Sweden, and by 1879, he transformed his vodka, distilling it hundreds of times to make it absolutely pure. He finally had the perfect product, Absolut Vodka. Since then, Absolut Vodka kept growing bigger, becoming the fourth largest spirit brand worldwide and a symbol of innovation, fun, and creativity.
Now we're going to tell you our story. To analyze what makes Absolut so strong, we used Keller's brand equity pyramid as a main framework for our analysis. At the bottom of the pyramid, there's brand salience, the level at which people recognize the brand and think of it within buying situations. To test the Absolut brand salience, we've taken a survey to find out which vodka brand people think of first.
Absolut.
Absolut Vodka. Absolut Vodka.
Absolut Vodka.
Absolut Vodka has come a long way from Sweden to a well-recognized international brand. Today, it operates in more than 150 countries, selling more than 100 million litres of its vodka annually, with as much as 93% brand recognition. The next layer is brand meaning. What does your brand mean, and how does it communicate with the brand's audience? There are two main components to brand meaning, which are performance and imagery. The first, performance, defines how well your product meets your consumers' needs. To test the performance of Absolut Vodka, we've spoken to the people closest to Absolut, the brand ambassadors, mixology experts.
I really prefer the Absolut Vodka when I made all our cocktails, because this vodka it's really good. I won't say normal vodka, but it's not the correct word, because I can use this vodka in all of the cocktail. This is not a special particular spiced flavor, or it's a really good balanced vodka. So I use it in all of my cocktails. Yes, that's why we use Absolut like house vodka. I can recognize the Absolut Vodka in all the world. It's a typical bottle, and just Absolut have this bottle. For example, the raspberry, Absolut raspberry, have this pink design here. I think it's very good for a customer to see this bottle. It's different from the other bottle. It's just not a normal bottle. Gentlemen prefer the vodka with mixer, you know, like cocktail cosmopolitan, Purple Rain, or Absolut vanilla with Coke. Ladies prefer just taste the flavor of the Absolut.
The second part of brand meaning is imagery. How well your brand meets your consumers' needs on a social and psychological level. In Absolut, imagery is the core of the brand, with the unique, one-of-a-kind brand campaigns, such as From these experiences, users will begin to form opinions about your brand, which is the next level up on the pyramid, brand response. This level of the pyramid contains two main elements, judgment and feelings. To test what consumers think about the Absolut brand, we went out in the market and spoke with the very users of Absolut, asking them what they thought of the brand.
Trustworthy. Yeah, trustworthy brand. It tastes good. Flavours, like it's got the citrus flavour, like the lime flavour.
Our primary research insights reveal the main associations consumers hold about Absolut include the variety of flavours, the iconic bottle, cocktails, nightlife, quality, ads, music and art. All the associations are presented in the association tree and given a score according to their strengths. The highest level of brand equity pyramid is brand resonance, which defines the relationship consumers have with a brand. Absolut has managed to create a strong brand with its consumers through its marketing activities. Absolut's mission is to be a positive part of those special moments when people socialize. And honestly, they've done a pretty good job connecting with their consumers through exclusive parties, art, music and events. Absolut puts consumers at the heart of the brand experience and consistently communicates with its audience through its events, social media pages and the brand's website, successfully building strong brand resonance. To conclude, the Absolut brand is differentiated, relevant, highly esteemed and well known, which makes it a strong and desirable brand in the premium spirits industry and one of the world's leading spirit brands.
But wait, should we jump into conclusions so quickly? Not quite. There are certain things which Absolut Vodka gets wrong. First, it's a known fact that Absolut Vodka failed massively when launching in the market, primarily due to the fact that it did not stay true to itself, going against what the brand stands for: clarity, simplicity, perfection. Rather, it went into the alcopops category with a cheap, low-quality product, sacrificing two of the most important brand attributes: the brand's unique taste and its iconic bottle. Second, the launch of Absolut Elix hasn't been a great success in the market either. As a super premium vodka, it lacks what other vodkas in this category have: the story. Instead, Absolut Elix focuses on the ingredients and the distillery process, missing the major point of communicating the story to its customers. It also focuses on women, whereas what we found in our market research is that women drinking neat vodka prefer to drink fruit-flavored vodka rather than having the strong taste of pure vodka. Finally, Absolut is struggling to appeal to the male audience, being perceived as an overpriced brand compared to Smirnoff. As a result, there is a relatively low brand loyalty in this customer segment.
But no worries, we got it covered. As a consulting group, we CHELSEA-7 have a recommendation to tackle this issue.
Simon Sinek, a well-known author on strategy and marketing, puts forward his ideas about the ethos of a brand being essential, saying how people buy why you do it and not what you do. He talks about the golden circle and how, in the very core, we have the why. Next, we have the how, and on the outermost layer, we have the what. Every organization knows the outermost layer, the what. This is no different with Absolut. They know they produce great flavored vodka, which is smooth and tasty. They also know how they achieve this, which is through superior ingredients and the distilling process. Although Absolut's mission statement is to be a positive part of special moments, and their communication doesn't stress this message, it would be beneficial to have an advertising campaign which illuminates the main message and shows how Absolut can be a part of special occasions.
Starting with Absolut Cut, the advice here would be to do a complete product relaunch and move away from the alcohol pops product category, going back to the roots of Absolut Vodka and offering what they do best: mixing cocktails. Our idea here would be to produce high-quality cocktails in a bottle, a unique and iconic bottle that could also be transformed into a glass. The price should correspond to overall Absolut's pricing strategy, making Absolut Cat a premium product in its category. For Absolut Elix, which is failing in its current super premium climate, Our idea is to focus it towards the male market, which is a failing category at the moment for Absolut. Absolut focuses on the female segment almost by default, as a brand that stands for art, beauty and creativity. We envision rebranding Elix towards the male market, much like Coca-Cola has done with Coke Zero. We want to do this by changing the color scheme from gold to black and silver. However, we don't want to alter the shape of the bottle. Keeping the Absolut bottle is key for the brand to stay true to itself. We also want to tie it with the new James Bond film Spectre, which also has a black and silver color scheme. We'd also hope to use product placement within the film and produce a limited edition bottle when the film is released.